So off to India via Zurich with, no, not with the missus, not with the gorgeous lady, just me by myself. Oh my God. I'm wearing the leather jacket because that's what I usually wear to the airports because of all these extra pockets, and Zurich's going to be cold. But what's happening is right now, what's the temperature, babe, over here? It's 80 degrees, so it's pretty warm for a leather jacket. I'm probably going to look like a little bit of a freak show at the airport, but I guess.
You're an Uber driver.
How's that for an Uber driver, guys? Move to America if you want that kind of an Uber driver. So, I'm going to spend a day in Zurich, and let's see. I mean, it's a little cloudy, but I got here on a, what do you call, a red-eye flight, because flew at about 7:30 in the evening from the US, but got here about, let's say, like 11 a.m. All right, so first stop is, let's go and get a train. So I'm trying to find a train station. Hopefully, I'm going, oh, that says Bonn train. We're in luck. I think I found the way to go down. Oh. Yep, so this, I think, takes us to platform 4. And then from there, we're going to take a train that will take... I'm going to go to Uetliberg, which is like a small mountain from where hopefully you can see the Swiss Alps at kind of the highest point in Zurich. So we're going to go there. But before we do, we got to figure out this train system here. Okay, platform 4 is where I need to go. This is what the first class kind of looks like. Moderately empty. But she said, keep walking this way, and this would be the second class. Yes, it is. So they have an app called the SBB app, which told me to take the train from platform 4. And that train was about 15 minutes after this train. But this one came on platform 3. I just asked the guard, the person who was going to let us in, if I could get onto this one, I would still take me to the same place. And she was like, yeah, you could. So I don't know why the app didn't show it. But it took me 15 minutes. And it says my next stop is Zurich HB. That's where I'm looking to go. So hopefully, still exciting. Yeah, I'm on a train in Zurich going somewhere. So, well, not surprisingly, everything is in German, written in English, but obviously, clearly, it is German. And all the announcements on the train were also in German. So, no surprise, shouldn't expect English to be spoken everywhere, obviously, but next challenge is to find, because I'm going to Uetliberg, I think that's how it's called, Uetliberg, I think. So Uetliberg, like I said, is the highest point in Zurich. And it says go to platform 22. Now, the dilemma that I have is, it says gate. Is the gate and GL, is the gate the same as the platform? But prior to that, I must go find a restroom, also called a WC over here for some reason, right over there. WC, and hopefully that is a restroom. So we'll go find out. Okay, we have a problem. That WC, or the toilets, need money to go in. I don't know why, but they do. But it would not accept my credit card. So, problem. Let's see if we can find a solution. this is the biggest station in kind of like a huge terminal here. The trains going from all over here to different parts of Europe as well. And we are trying to find a frigging restroom. Mission accomplished. Bathroom has been found and used for $1.50. No, a franc, Swiss franc, 150. Like I said, someone actually gave me like a £2 or whatever, $2 coin to actually go and use the restroom. So, all right. So, also I found out that the gate is the same thing as a platform, which is good to know. So off to Uetliberg. It's kind of like what the trains here look like. Also, I'm still trying to wrap my head around the fact that you gotta pay to use the restroom here, which is fine, but I'm sure they get a lot of tourists. How are you expected to pay in the local currency to use the restroom? Or what are you supposed to do if you if you gotta go? Big issue. Big issue. Anyway. So still looking for platform 22. So I've already gone up. Asked me to go down again. And it's a little bit of a walk. So this is a huge, pretty big sized railway station, or a Bahn. I think Bahn's the train. Bahnstrasse. That's Strasse the street, sorry. I don't know what the station is, but yes. So, made it to the right platform. The only thing is, I think we're going to have to wait. It says the train's going to be at 15:55. I may have missed the earlier one, because I know it said there was an earlier one. But the next one is going to be about, what's 15? It's about 5 minutes to 4. And then probably get there to Uetliberg in 20 minutes or so. We'll find out, I guess, We'll see. Thankfully, the jet lag has not hit me as bad. And considering I did not sleep on the plane. So on the train now, going to Uetliberg. But what I do want to know is if these trains have bathrooms on them. Because I like to use the free one and not have to pay almost a franc and 50 francs every time I use the bathroom. So we have reached the Uetliberg station, and look at that. And it's a clear day, so thankfully that in the distance, what you're seeing are those Swiss Alps right there. Wow. All right, I'll see you guys later. All right, you guys have a great one, man. Good to meet you. Okay, bye-bye. And look at that. That looks kind of pristine. This is absolutely gorgeous. And the fact that train pulls right into the mountains. Let me dazzle you guys with this view. And there, far in the distance, are the Swiss Alps. If you want to come here from Zurich, it's real easy. I just did it. You get to the Zurich HB, which essentially kind of stands for the main train station. And then from there, you go to platform 22 and take this S10. That'll bring you right to Uetliberg. It's the last stop. And what I did was I bought a day pass, which is called the Zurich card. You can get it on a website called Zurich So Zurich.com, but spelled with, I think, the traditional way, Zuerich.com. And on that, you pay 29 francs, say about, I don't know, like $35, I guess. And gives you unlimited travel on any public transport for 24 hours. And this is absolutely the easiest way to kind of go around and do stuff over here. But so let's go up on this little trek and kind of see it, see what it's all about. So Uetliberg is pretty high. It's like a restaurant up there. You can pretty much go there. And then you've got all the other places. This says it's about 7 minutes from here. So you want to take the more difficult path, or you want to go the easy way? So, okay, anyway. After having lived in America for this long, when I see other people, Americans will acknowledge each other. They'll say, hey, or nod their head. Nobody here does that. People just don't make eye contact. And I get it, I've lived in Europe as well, but I've forgotten how it was. Need some cardio, man. Need some cardio. So, if you have, I gotta do a lot of weights. Don't do too much cardio. This can get a little challenging. We have some, I think these are giraffes. Huh. Wow. Well, almost there. Almost there. So I think a little stop. That's what I was talking about, and I guess they're not obligated to, but everything's in German, so kind of hard to understand what it says about the place, but off we go to find that tower. Off we go. Yep, that's the climb. Not too much, but to an old man who's not doing much cardio, it can be. Wow. This little food stall here. And this is worth it all. Look at that. Wow. This is a hotel here called Uetliberg. And let me kind of zoom in here and show you the Swiss Alps. There they are. The Swiss Alps. Wow. And look just below that, whole lake or river. I'm trying to climb this now, try and go up and get the view. Stop one. And there we have the city of Zurich. And this here, you gotta pay if you want to go any higher. Like this. I think I'm good. I'm not gonna go any higher. I'm gonna try and see some other places in Zurich. So I took another train now, and the train and come to a place called Kilchberg because we're going to the Lindt Chocolate Factory. And that should be, I guess it says about an 8-minute walk from here, but look at that. Even if you just kind of look at the station, wow, look at this, right by the lake. And there is the station. Man, this has got such, look at these homes. And then, look at this beautiful building of the station and that view. I'm gonna zoom in. Zoom in. Wow. Of course. Look at those Swiss Alps again, right there in the distance. I think I'm in Disneyland or something. This is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to map my way to the Lindt Chocolate Factory. We only have an hour. It takes about 10 minutes to walk there. So hopefully, should be able to get some chocolate and at least get into the front entrance. Because it's a Monday, I didn't realize that, but the actual museum is closed. So yeah, we shall see. Look how narrow these streets are. So next stop is to, after the museum, is to get some good fondue. That's definitely on the cards. So groceries, anyone? It's called a co-op. I think it's the way you go to kind of get like just gotta love these. Look at these winding roads, these hilly roads going up and down, these little towns. To think we're still in Zurich, my God. Over here, so what's weird is I never eat chocolates. I mean, I'll eat once in a while, but I just really want to go to this Lindt Chocolate Factory, as it's called. So our first sign, there it is, Lindt Home of Chocolate. So I guess we will just follow that sign. My God, this is just like the movies. It's just friggin' gorgeous. The streets are so clean. It's unreal how clean these streets are. And remember, in less than 24 hours, I'm going to be in Mumbai. I really look at how clean and spotless these streets are. Wow. And the air is just so pure. I mean, it's you feel it going to your lungs. And I'm worried because tomorrow I'll be in good old Mumbai. And even though Mumbai is the city I was born in, and people generally tend to be very, very sensitive, but my God, this is beauty redefined. Zurich is just absolutely beautiful. Home of the chocolat, or chocolate. Alrighty, so looks like we have reached there. Is the museum. Essentially, the museum, like I said, is closed today, but you can still access the front lobby and go in and take a look at the fountain. They've got a 9-foot tall chocolate fountain, and I think they also allow you to kind of just eat out of that. No, I'm kidding. So this is the cafe welcome center, and here is the famous chocolate fountain. Let's go take a closer look. Smells nice and chocolatey in here. And look at that. I'm gonna try and see if I can zoom in and show you how it's kind of dripping off. Not sure if it's real chocolate. I should have done my research, but look at that. Okay, so correction. The museum is open, but you have to book it well in advance, which obviously I did not do. So obviously not going to be able to go inside the museum, but you can pretty much see the lobby here. So they do have all kinds of snacks in there. Cheesecake, that sounds good. And I don't know what I'm going to get. Let's see. So there's the snacks, waffles, chocolate drinks, and the coffee. And weirdly enough, they also have smoothies in here. So we've got the traditional hot chocolate. Hopefully, because it's probably the first thing I'm eating since I've landed in Zurich, which was like 7 or 8 hours back. It's weird. I just haven't. It's some jet lag combination or something. I'm just not hungry. So I am now in the Lindt Cafe, looking at all chocolates. I mean, I don't eat many chocolates, but look at that. That's pistachio. Dubai chocolate, which is the new rage. I don't know why. And then, well, I don't even know what flavors these are, but oh my god, look at that. From Switzerland. So basically, once you the museum, you can just come down here and then do all your shopping in here. Pretty smart. Wow, so that one's almost $28, I would say. And these are almost 100 and I don't know, like $105, $110. Okay. That's how you make them. We got all these pops over here. Chocolate pops. Wouldn't that be good? 85% cacao. Alright, so I'm just taking a little bit of a chill pill and I'm gonna figure out what to do next. Probably gonna go to this fondue restaurant and get some fondue because that's like a thing to do as well when you're in Zurich. So it's only a 3-minute walk. I mapped it, but apparently it says you have to have a reservation. It's a Monday evening. I'm not sure if it's going to be super busy. I'm going to walk there, and if not, then I'm going to go back towards downtown or, towards the main city center and then try and find a restaurant over there. So as the sun is about to set on Zurich, I'm now walking to, it's called the Chez Suisse, which is the fondue restaurant. It looks like the restaurant is right on the water, so that might be an extra bonus. I didn't realize it was right on the water. But look at how these homes are over here. The cute balconies overlooking the... And this, I think, would be Chez Suisse. Okay, so apparently, look at their location. But first, let's enjoy that location. And then I will tell you what happened in there. Beautiful restaurant. Would have loved getting food over there. And look at those places over there. But they don't have fondue. It's just European style food, but no fondue. So I'm surprised because when I Googled top 10 fondue restaurants, this showed up as number one, which is kind of strange. They have no fondue. It's called the Chez Fritz, not the Chez Suisse, as I kept calling it earlier, but the Chez Fritz. Alrighty, so let's go find another one now. Nothing do not like about this evening. Here comes the train. So, as it says, two over there, that's second class, and I guess the one can lead you to the first class, I guess. Oh, you gotta press that. Oh, look at that. So down there is the first class, and this is the second class over here. So, I gotta say, I'm mighty impressed with the public transport. It's absolutely amazing. No wonder Switzerland is Switzerland. Gotta give it that. It's truly, truly beautiful and clean. The air is nice. I want to come back. Visit this place for a long time. You got to give it to them that public transport here, I've not taken a single train that's been late. I've taken 5, and not a single one of them has been late. Not a single bus has been late. So here it is. This is the place that they were talking about. Zurich Stall. This is where we go to get some fondue. And so a quick recap. I got onto the wrong tram. And I went to the restaurant to get some fondue, but apparently they don't serve to just one person. So you've got to be more than one person to eat that fondue. And I was like, okay, so I'm going to go back to that Zurich HB. Now, the problem is that I took the wrong tram. So it got me somewhere, I don't even know where it got me. So now it says I got to walk 29 minutes to get to Zurich HB and then change some other tram. Oh wow, this is a little confusing. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep walking because I know it's in that direction. My Google Maps says it's that way. I'm going to keep walking and then hopefully, I don't want to call an Uber, but I'm just going to keep going that way and try and figure it out. Hopefully it won't be too far. Talk about a deserted neighborhood. Wow. Honest to God, I'd be freaking out if this happened to me in America, because I know people have guns and stuff, so I'd be petrified. But one wrong turn in Zurich possibly will not end up very badly. Or will it? We'll find out. But here's the police, so that tells me either I'm outside a police station, or this is not a good neighborhood, or it's a good neighborhood, but there's 2 police cars here. Huh. I wonder why. Hello. How's the police guy right here? Hi, I'm a little lost. I'm a tourist here. I'm trying to walk to the Zurich HB.
Everything straight.
Just keep walking?
Yes.
Cool, all right, thank you.
You will see it when you arrive down there on the right side.
Okay, thank you. Well, but I was wrong. Zurich, I remember watching a documentary, and Switzerland has got the second most number of guns after USA. So that cop looked in an awful rush, like he didn't want to tell me, or he just was in a real rush, like he was going to go arrest someone. Which is why I'm talking softly. I don't know what kind of neighborhood this is, but looks pretty good. Man. I cannot believe this is happening. I can read maps and I can Google and I can use Google Maps. And yet here we are, lost in Zurich on a Monday evening. I see some cars coming in. Okay, I'm being dramatic now, but Jesus, this is 8 p.m. on a Monday evening. Okay, I see another car, some bikes coming in. Man, I see a lot of apartments, but I see no lights on. Like, what's going on? Why? Unless people have got such dark curtains that you can't look inside. Well, that's crazy. Oh, finally. Apartments with some light. Oh, look at these. All of these completely dark. Oh, these have some lights, okay. And that, number 15, was the one that I took and came the wrong way. So, this is the one. At least they got public transport going. And it looks like I'm walking more and more towards, like, most civilization. One thing you gotta say, look at that public transport. I wish it was daytime, I could show you. That paint is shiny. Look at this one. That paint is shiny, and they take care of their trams and their public transport. It's pretty awesome. I mean, well, the only other thing that I've had an issue with is I have not seen public toilets in Zurich. People seem pretty reserved. I've tried to talk to them. I mean, some of them have spoken to me, but how do you find where the friggin' public toilets are? No gas stations here. You go in and use them. What are you supposed to do? What's a guy with a tiny or weak bladder supposed to do? Carry a bottle? Perhaps. I don't know. But yeah, pretty soon I'm going to need a restroom, and I'm going to have to find out where Zurich HB is, where, in order to use the restroom, you have to pay almost $3. Insane, yes, but, you know. All right, I'm at a crossroads now, and we will find out. So, back in civilization. Had to ask a couple of people for directions. I wasn't too far, luckily. I don't know what Google Maps is trying to tell me I had to walk for 29 minutes. It wasn't. I had to walk for like 10. But we are now back in civilization, and there is our station. But seriously, someone needs to tell me, maybe there's an app for this or something. Where do they hide their public toilets or their public? We just got directions to a free public toilet. You gotta go, he said, behind this building, and then there'll be two options. One's free, one's paid. Guess we'll find out. But honest to God, man. Firstly, it's super clean, there are no trash bins anyway. So where do you even throw the trash? And secondly, oh yeah, here's the trash bin. Sorry, spoke too soon. I I could not find one earlier, I promise. But now starts the challenge of finding a friggin' restaurant. Go around the building, okay. So we have gone around. Now, where do I need to go? No signs, nothing. We're just fucking stupid. You can go. So I was just told by one of the locals who actually helped me find that toilet. He said that the city is mostly safe, but around these areas there's lots and lots of crackheads like any other downtown. So he said you got to be careful, and I was like, okay. Here's the main station. So here we are checking out of the hotel. It's about 7:30 in the morning in beautiful Zurich. Airfield's really, really good. And we head to the airport. This is just where we were staying. That's the hotel, the Hyatt. It's just, the air is so clean and pure. And it's just absolutely beautiful. This is a mall here. I think I remember going into this last year. And the best part about this hotel is it's right by the airport. Because Zurich So, quick tip for people who are traveling through Zurich. It's a huge airport. I would say it's like a small city. And if you don't know what you're doing, you could very easily get lost. There aren't too many signs. So essentially the steps are, and this is mental, but I first went through, got my boarding card, because even though I had one, but I had to get another one anyway. So I got my boarding card, followed the signs, went through inspection, which is different from passport control. So you went through and the security and checked my bags and everything. Then step two, which was a completely different process. After you think you've done all that, walk through the duty-free, everything, and there was a whole different exercise. I had to go through passport control. Then I had to go take a train and come to my terminal. And I thought after duty-free, I thought, this is done. But no, that was 1/3 of my getting to my terminal. Then I got to my terminal after getting onto a train, and I got to my gate. And then at the gate, they have another passport control. Again, I thought they already stamped my passport one time, but apparently not. They have to do it again. It was a long line. It's probably going to be a full flight. I don't know. But what it means is that you're going to have, you better give yourself at least 3 hours when you're flying out of Zurich, because it's, oh yes, and also whilst they were checking my bags, they said that I had a tablet in there, which I did not. I had my laptop, which I had removed, but they kept looking at my bag and they kept scanning it. So I mean, it took a fair amount of time, and you're almost going to run out of time if you give yourself 3 hours and you're flying. Now, this is again true for international, not talking about domestic. But yeah, And even now, that passport control line is, and I stood about 30 to 40 minutes for the passport control by the airline. So there was the passport control by the government of Switzerland. This is now the passport control by the airline, which kind of double checks your passport and your boarding card. So yeah, just so you know, if you're flying out of Zurich, give yourself a lot of time, much more than what you would at other airports. And I don't know why the mental exercise of like now having the airline check our, do the passport control, but I guess it is. And I hate to say this, but I saw so many people just jump the queue. And unfortunately, this flight is going to Mumbai. What does it say about us? I mean, I don't know. It's just horrible. People not respecting a queue, people just kind of trying to, game the system. First class and the business class line, barely any people. It was all economy class people. And the guy was like, hey, you guys are economy. Why are you standing in the first class line? They didn't care because for them, once they're on the gates of a flight that goes to India, they're in India.
fair warning.
It's just give yourself a lot of time at the Zurich airport. All right, guys, I will see you guys later. Bye.